very much, and well done with match. Very impressive.
SE time there is 9:21.
If you haven't been watching or not been on social media or haven't been reading the papers, you wouldn't know about this story and you've missed out, but there's still time to catch up. It's an inspirational one. It's the one of the week that's captured our hearts. Here on Breakfast, we watched Captain Tom Moore complete his challenge. He wanted to walk 100 laps of his garden to raise £1,000. He ended up raising more than £21 million for the NHS.
It is a fantastic story. You might remember, after the achievement and that wonderful moment, he received some very special congratulations from the singer Michael Ball. Have a look.
And you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
So after that, and you may have seen Tom, Captain Tom there, kind of mouthing along. We saw him, didn't we, Charlie, when we saw that? And that kind of, I think it probably prompted my ball to think, you know what, I could have a partner here. So they have teamed up. They've released a charity single of You'll Never Walk Alone. It's been recorded with the NHS Voices of Care choir. The idea now, they reach #1, hopefully, in the UK charts.
Let's speak to Michael now. I think I can see him waving there. Morning, Michael. How are you?
Morning, Charlie. Morning, Naga.
Morning.
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just got back from walking the dogs. I was just listening to that. That's the exact moment that I got the idea. Literally.
Oh, was it? You saw him mouthing along to it, or sing along?
Yeah. And I said, oh, Tom, we should make it a duet. And then I came off air and I thought, yeah, I've got a few minutes. Let's see if we can do this. Made some calls, called my record producer. Said, have we got a track we can put together? I had the idea that the NHS Voices of Care could form the background for us. Crucially, though, was talking to Tom and to Hannah. And because we're all over the place and all isolating, I had to get Tom to to speak the words and then sing the words into his phone, and that was sent to me, and I did it in my front room. All the choir did it individually around the country after, when they were off shift. And we did it in 12 hours. I can't quite believe it.
Well, now, the good news is, Michael, that we here on Breakfast and everyone watching gets the opportunity now, we're the first ones to get a proper look at the video and the song itself. So
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, look, have you got a screen? Look now.
Yeah,
and you, like everyone else, gets to look and listen.
Oh, Michael.
Amazing.
I just saw your bottom lip quivering there. I mean,
that's amazing. That's amazing. I don't know. Thank you to everyone who helped put it together. Nick Patrick, my producer, and Steve Softly, and yeah, fabulous, fabulous. And is it Tom extraordinary? You know, I don't have words for him. I really don't. And it's one of those things. What do I do today? After I sung to him in the morning, do I eat another packet of chocolate buttons and sit around the house, or do I try and do something? And this is all I can do.
Did you eat a packet of chocolate buttons?
Yeah, I did that
you
as
did.
well.
Presumably you did. I'll make that assumption. You did the both.
I did. Yeah, I did. I had the celebratory, but 3 o'clock in the morning when it was finally finished and we pieced the song together. because we wanted to get it over to BBC Zoe's breakfast radio show, and listening to it for the first time, and Tom and Hannah were there. And there was an extraordinary reaction. Zoe broke down and cried. I think it is making everybody cry a bit, including me now.
No, Michael, it's a funny old time, isn't it? I mean, I was just saying yesterday, you have these waves of emotion of like highs when you kind of try to be grateful for what you do have, and then lows when you think, I miss my friends, or, you know, I miss my usual routine. So one of the things that struck me, and I'm sure this is why this has happened, is when you see stories like Tom's, they touch your heart, and you just feel that there's a momentum that it gives you something, doesn't it? It's like we need a focus. We all have this energy. We all have this desperate desire to help, to do something, or to focus on something positive, something that can bring people together. And Tom embodies it. Tom embodies everything that we feel pride in this country about. One of the vulnerable people in this country, decent, articulate, witty, special man, surrounded by an extraordinary family. And he, for me anyway, has become a kind of symbol of this time, and someone we can focus on to help. And that idea that maybe I could help him get a #1 record on his 100th birthday, which is what where the idea for this came from, that as well as the song, because he speaks it and sings it so well. But can you imagine if on that Thursday, when we're all clapping outside for Tom, which I hope we will be, and the NHS, and Tom's at #1 in the charts? That's been kind of amazing.
That will be quite something. So we
need to be positive.
Yeah, we have been lucky enough, and you have too, to chat to Tom a little bit. And one of the things that always strikes me, he never intended that this was going to go like this. It was within the family. The idea was within the family. And then when you speak to him, the very first thing he says is thank you to those NHS people who helped him in the past and helping other people now. And you know, he has that wonderful thing of being very humble, and he didn't do it to do this, to have all this attention. He did it for one reason, that every time you talk to him, that's what he'd tell you.
And that's what we should do as well. You know, this is the reason I've done this. I hope for the right reasons, because this is what I hopefully can contribute to Tom's journey, and that we can all contribute by following his example, by setting an example, by doing what we're meant to do, and spreading positivity and love, and you know, he's walking as well. I mean, he's an extraordinary man. He's the best of us, and we need symbols like him, and we're going to need them more and more. I think as the weeks go by, and I'm very proud to be just a little part of this story that will be probably the positive story of the pandemic. You know what, Michael? We've interviewed you lots of times before, and spoken about singles that are being released, or music, or things you've been involved in. Different tone to it all now, isn't there? Oh, absolutely. We're kind of like protecting each other. I can't stress this. Can't stress this enough. This is nothing to do with me. I just happened to have an idea that I thought maybe I can pull this off by bringing in people who I know in the business, you know, and turn this round. And you know, if people were to buy it, to download it, then a lot of money could be raised. Can I just say one thing, Michael? In amongst all the people we've talked to, like frontline workers or whatever, they like to smile. They like to have a laugh at the same time. And you're dealing, this is a very emotional thing with Tom, what he's trying to do. Can I just ask you a really flippant question about the home hairdressing thing? How's that going? Yes, I did notice. I know. I have become Grizzly Adams, haven't I? I wasn't going to say it, but you know. What do you think? I don't know. I sort of said when we went into live, I said, listen, who cares? I won't shave. I won't cut the hair. It's just what it is. You can still sing. That's the main thing. You can sing, Michael, and I tell you what, it's been lovely talking to you. And what I will tell you is the reason Charlie asked that question is because I think Charlie feels a little bit threatened in the Buffon Wars. But we'll leave that. We'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. This is the real colour. This is the real colour, Charlie. Michael, lovely talking to you. Well done. Feel good about it. Thank you so much. Take care. Yes.
It's all good, isn't it? It's all good.
What, your hair?
All good.
Do you know, people all over the country have been showing their support for Captain Tom Moore by walking laps of their own gardens. They've been posting videos and messages of appreciation on Twitter, full of it, with the hashtag #WalkWithTom. Look at this love for him.
Walk on through the wind. Walk on.
Hello, Commander Tom. My name is Harry Mangan. My mummy is a nurse at Airport Hospital. I just wanted to say thank you for helping the NHS.
Walk on with Captain.
Well done, Captain.
Thank you, Captain Tom.
If that inspires someone to paint something as lovely as that, why not?
Absolutely. Let's see, time now is 9:32.
Should we talk to Matt Taylor in Saturday?